So I was scrolling through YouTube the other day and came across this LGR video.
With old computers, but at the same time, things are constantly in a state of iffiness. You know, there's the aging parts and the repairs and component level failures that are going to happen eventually that you're going to have to address. Not to mention the scarcity, increasingly so, of that original hardware, especially the more sought after stuff from the 90s. Plus, there's the size of them when it comes to the full-size desktops. And even with laptops, you're still dealing with all of the other potential drawbacks that arise from using original hardware. Well, that is where projects like this come into play. The Pixel x86 series of miniature retro PCs. And this allows you to run pretty much everything for DOS and Windows 3.1, 95, 98, up to about 1998 in terms of the year of release.
More amusingly, once editing this video, I then came across this MVG video, and I'm probably going to have to apologise to the pair of you at this point for putting your faces in the thumbnail, but I must have pleased the algorithm gods.
This motherboard is something that I've dreamed about for years, a modern x86 Windows 98 motherboard in a tiny form factor that provides a modern DOS and Windows experience without the headache of old hardware. And this is exactly what the ITX Llama is, an ITX board that uses a Vortex x86 System 1A module processor that's been designed to play pretty much anything from old school games like Wing Commander all the way up to early games that supported 3D acceleration.
As a person that loves fixing bugs for old computer systems on x86, this seems like an absolute dream for me. So first thing I did was head over to the Pixel 86 website, then checked out their Discord server and found out they were using a company called DWP to build the system on a chip system, for lack of a better word, I guess. So I headed over to their website, got in contact with their sales team, only to find out they're an amazing bunch of people, and they sent me an eBox 3350 DX3, which is a dual-core 1GHz system on a chip with 1GB of RAM and runs off an SD card, which they also sent me a 16GB SD card as well. Thank you very much. Why did they send me this though? Well, they're also worried about the year 2038 bug, and they also wanted to improve support in Gentoo. So it obviously made sense that the pair of us had our goals aligned. But hey, enough of the backstory. What you probably want to know, and why you come to my channel, is because I'm that weird person that installs Gentoo Linux on old systems or severely underpowered systems and see how well it works. So let's crack straight into that, shall we? First thing I'm going to do is partition the SD card, and so I'm just going to use one partition, set it as bootable on the device, and then format it with XFS file system. I just like the XFS file system, it's a rather good file system, but you could use anything you like, I suppose. I'm then going to go and pick a stage 3. In my case, I'm going to start with an i486 stage. Now, these CPUs are a Pentium Pro class CPU, but with SSE support. But as I'm the person that's making the documentation for this, I thought it's best to start with the bare minimum and work my way up. So that was my thought process on that. With that done, we're going to go and char-root into this new system. A char-root is basically telling the system to pretend that where you've set it, the root of the host operating system. So it literally becomes, in the terminal that I'm working of, it classifies that as the entire system. So it doesn't mess about on my host system, basically. Probably the worst way I could have possibly explained that, but hopefully that works. If someone in the comments, please help me. With that done, we'll get the package manager all set up, ready to go. And we'll start emerging a kernel. Now I'm just going to use the distribution kernel to start with and see how Gentoo support looks. So let's get that done. So that's all the prep work ready for our kernel in place. Let's get some tools set up as well. So I'm going to need XFS progs, which basically it's just file system check tools for the XFS file system. Fast fetch, because everyone on YouTube seems to want to see the system specs when it's done. And just some other quality of life stuff. So that's all set up now, as you've seen on screen. Let's just get that emerged and done. Luckily at the moment this is still my host computer doing all the compiling, so it won't take too long. Lovely, so everything's in place. All we need to do now is set up a user, set some passwords up, which will obviously be subscribed to Immolo, and we need to think of a host name as well. Now I used to use Peppa Pig characters, but I've finally run out of characters. I've got that many computers. I've now switched to Ben and Holly, so this one will be called Princess Holly.
I'm Ben Elf. And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
And with that, let's try and boot this.
Fuck you.
Oh, wow. You know you've done bad when you've enraged the God of Linux when you try and boot. So what really happened here is that we don't include the storage device drivers for the Vortex-based devices. Now, Olin over on my Twitch discovered that it was the RDC drivers that I need. So let's quickly rebuild this kernel right now. Well, let's rebuild this kernel right now with these drivers. Then we can upstream patch to Gentoo, and then no one else is going to basically suffer this issue. So let's see how that goes on right now.
Immolo sat down with his big old grin. A laptop booted, he was digging in. A Vortex 86, it was quite a sight. He said, I'll compile this kernel tonight. With a cup of coffee and a shot of Jack, he typed some code and never looked back. Lines of text flew across the screen. Immolo thought, this is the dream. Oh, Immolo, don't you know? Compiling kernels ain't a rodeo show. With every error in a line of code, your patience and skill you must bestow. The terminal beeped and Immolo cursed. Why'd I choose this machine? It's the worst. He scratched his head, ran his hand through his hair. I'll fix this bug with careful care. Hours turned to days, the sun came up. Immolo's coffee ran out of cup. Still he worked hard, wouldn't give in, determined to make that system spin. Oh, Immolo, don't you know? Compiling kernels ain't a rodeo show. With every error in a line of code, your patience and skill you must bestow. Oh, Immolo, don't you know? Compiling kernels ain't a rodeo show. With every error in a line of code, your patience and skill you must bestow. Your patience and skill you must bestow.
Excellent, so we got that kernel built. Let's see if we can SSH into that, basically a remote connection. So SSH, open the IP address. Okay, we can see we're actually inside there, so if we run fast fetch now, we can see that we've got the kernel running. We've got those 2 cores running at 1 gigahertz. Yeah, we're in. So all that remains left to do now is to upload. Now it's time to do the real fun stuff, which won't be in this video. It will be in probably some future live streams where we're going to rebuild this system for 64-bit time, and then we're going to change the date to the year 2038 and start looking for bugs, see what happens. But thank you very much for following along, and big shout out to LGR for showing me this device, and obviously DWP for sending us the device so we can actually work on this for not even a sponsorship deal, just to improve Linux for everyone. And obviously thanks to yourself. So yeah, please like and subscribe to this video, and keep compiling, guys. See you on the next one. I make funny Gentoo videos while also teaching you how to use it properly. If you want to help support me, then visit my Patreon at patreon.com/Immolo157. If not, just like and subscribe please, as it really helps with the algorithm.